The Blitz, sponsored by Moxie Credit Union and Michael Rocha with Atlantic Realty.
Welcome to The Blitz. I'm Frankie Tovar.
What's up, Frankie Tovar? I'm Loud Eddie Ruiz.
And it's the championship Blitz.
Oh,
the
my gosh.
first championship game of the season. A section title, D7 title on the line. Denair hosted Mariposa County in Turlock at Joe Devley Stadium. And this rivalry rematch was one to watch. And when it was all said and done, Mariposa County walked away with the blue banner by a score of 14-17.
Wow. And
Overtime.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Obviously, you guys are going to see the highlights in a little bit, but that was Denair's second straight Sac-Joaquin Section Division 7 appearance. Good job by Anthony Armas. They have over 21 wins in 2 seasons so far. It's pretty good.
Denair, they have a great cultural turnaround with that football program, and of course they won the state title last year as well. Mariposa County, a bit of a drought for them when it comes to playoffs and section title appearances. The last time they were in a section title game, they were playing in the D4 bracket way back in 1996, and they lost to Ripon, and before that, their last championship win was in 1995. So this was a long time coming, that's for sure.
Wow, that was a long time coming, man. Yards-wise, though, they were pretty similar, dude. Very equal. I mean, if we're being exact, just a couple yards off. 219 for Denair, and it was just 80 in the second half and a turnover. That's it. Just
for Mariposa, 229 total, but the big kicker, first half, a sleepy one. You'll see that in just a moment. 45 first half yards. They really turned things around in the second half, and it's no surprise that this was a close matchup because we covered their league showdown just 3 weeks ago, and that ended 13-14 with Denair on top. This was a switcheroo, and you'll see it all happen right now with the Friday night highlights. Defense was on display early in this game, with the first 5 drives consisting of sacks. Boom! There's one by Jacob Carlos, and also runs for losses. Here's Damian Peral getting caught behind the line by Ramiro Marquez and a few of his buddies. There were also near interceptions, as seen with this white-green pass that travels downfield and bounces off the hand of Elvis Silva. That was close. Only a few first downs to speak of in these opening drives, and notch another sack for Carlos.
Still scoreless, 0-0. Denair, this is the 6th drive, basically, that we're looking at overall. Check out that. Oh, what a block right there after that Elvis to De Silva pass, and that's a 9-yard pickup. And then Jorge Yanes, 7 yards, hard 7 yards as he picks up the first down. Critical first down. That was a 3rd down run. And then Dylan De Silva on the far end, a 23-yard run. This kid ended up having over 1,000 yards again. And then the first scoring attempt, 33-yard field goal blocked by Donati. TOD.
And that's it for your first half. A sleepy first half in the books, but after 2 quarters of nothing, it only takes Denair 2 plays to explode onto the scene, starting with Jorge Yanes, who bursts through a hole and cuts to the far side of the field. He picks up 56 yards in the longest play from scrimmage to this point. He's down at the Mariposa 21, where Dylan De Silva takes the handoff and runs for daylight. He's across the goal line. Yes, it's a touchdown, and again, only a 2-play drive to make it 7-0, 23 seconds into the second half. What a turnaround.
Wow, this is wild already. Or turning wild as far as the second half's concerned. Wyatt Green connects with number 4. That's a 9-yard pickup. And then, the defense, Colin Morales. It's a fumble, though, so Denair gets it right back. That came out of the Blues. That was just a 3-play drive for Mariposa. So Denair with the ball, and they're looking nasty right away. Who is it? Jorge Yanes. He's looking like the player of the game already so far. After this run, 35-yard touchdown, 14-0 with 10:52 left in just the 3rd quarter, dude. What?
And that was just a 1-play home run for Denair, but now it's time for the Grizzlies to wake up. Here's a 16-yard pass to J.C. Davies, a player that was missed in the first matchup between these teams. Then it's a handoff to Logan Donati, who maneuvers his way through the Coyote defense before taking off like a rocket. This is a 74-yard touchdown run on a 3-play drive to make it 14-7 halfway through the 3rd quarter. And it's no surprise we're taking it back because this is the play of the game, and for a few reasons. Not only because of Donati's quick feet in the trenches, and not only because it is the longest play of the game, but mostly because of the huge momentum shift. The Coyotes were riding high after their back-to-back scores, and in one play, Donati says, hey, not so fast. Mariposa County is still in the game.
So we jump into the fourth quarter. Mariposa, this could be a scoring drive, and he finds J.C. Davis does Wyatt Green. That's a critical 7-yard pickup because they get the first down. And then Logan Donati, 27-yard run as he heads into Denair's 21-yard line. And then about 4 plays later, this is going to be the scoring one. Wyatt Green, Jonathan Chapman, 10-yard. Touchdown, 14-14 with 9:50 left in the game. Dude, this is tied. Whoa.
Situation critical. Denair essentially has one drive to win it all, and they keep it alive with this crucial 4th down conversion by way of a QB sneak. But 6 plays later, disaster strikes for the Coyotes. Dylan Da Silva takes the handoff, and it's hard to see, but he fumbles. He's arguing that he's down by contact, but the refs say no, and the Grizzlies take over at their 42-yard line.
Wow, how about that? A turn of events. And so that's going to be a 4-yard pickup for Wyatt Green, the quarterback.
Ooh,
but he gets
down.
hurt. His right knee is hurt a little bit. So Tyler Richards is going to end up coming in for him, number 10. But that's fine. You know why? They're just going to be running the ball. They got J.C. Davis. They got Logan Donati. That's J.C. Davis. 6-yard pickup. Donati, 5-yard pickup on the far end. But check this out. This is where things get interesting because he makes his way all the way to the 1-yard line, or the 1-yard line, excuse me. And then the defense for the Coyotes, stop. And then back to back, it's going to be stop after stop, and then a field goal attempt, 22-yard field goal. And that is no bueno. Who's going to end up recovering it? It's going to be the guy that we were just talking about. Maybe the player of the game for Denair, right? Jorge Yanez. We're going to overtime, dude. This is crazy.
Overtime with a blue banner on the line, man. I love football. We're going to have sudden death rules with both teams starting at the 25. Denair gets the first possession, but its offense continues to stall. That's a 3-yard loss on a big play from Colton Hotman. Then a 4-play game from Yanez right here on the end around, but it's going to force a 38-yard field goal attempt. Silva boots the ball. It's dead center, but just a few feet short. Now it's the Grizzlies' turn.
So Mariposa, they can put the nail in the coffin. Wyatt Green, far end, Jonathan Chapman. That's a 10-yard pickup. 2 plays later, it's going to be number 24. That's Ivan Morales, and he picks up, actually, it's a critical 1 yard. They are at the 3rd and 7 from the 12, though. Wyatt Green, incompletion. 4th and 7 from the 12. This is a 29-yard field goal attempt. Nathan Coons, Mariposa County, they win the section title, 17-14. What a stunner, man.
That's all you, baby. Let's go,
That's Bobby's Dustin Farmer.
Oh my God.
And Rob Mendoza. With a little help from you and Curtis.
That's right, Grizzlies. The Blue Banner has found a home for the 2019 high school football
Good job,
season
guys.
right there in Mariposa County. Congratulations. Now, before we talk about the players that helped that championship effort, let's first recognize our sponsors, Moxie Credit Union and Michael Rocha with Atlantic Realty.
Are you in dire need of a loan? Any sort of loan. We're talking home loan, auto loan, toy loan. I mean, there's no need to look any further. Go to Moxie Credit Union on gear and let them know that the Blitz sent you. They're going to take care of you.
And if you're looking to either buy or sell a home in the area, there's only one person you need to contact, and that's Michael Rocha with Atlantic Realty. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, Michael Rocha will assist you every step of the way. As a buyer's agent, he'll make your ideal home a reality. And as a seller's agent, he'll get you top dollar for your home. So contact Michael Rocha right now for more information. You can find him online on Instagram and on Facebook.
All right, so the individual stats, let's talk about that. Dylan Da Silva, man, 30 carries. That is a lot. We were just talking about that. I'd be so sore after carrying the ball that many times. The kid had 176 yards and a touchdown. Wow. Talk about a workhorse, man.
Yeah, he was probably the team MVP of the Denair Coyotes for the season. He really showed that on the field on Friday. Another player, though, who deserves a mention, maybe 2 mentions, maybe 3. Jorge Yanez, he really crushed it. If Denair had won, he probably would have been named the player of the game. 15 carries, 139 yards, a touchdown. He had a fumble recovery. He was a momentum starter for sure for Denair.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of yards, dude. And
Yeah.
not very many carries.
On Mariposa side, Mariposa County, One player that I do want to mention because he was absent from the first matchup that we covered, J.C. Davies, number 44, the middle linebacker. He was hitting the running backs, the lead blockers. He was blowing up plays, and he may have been the difference maker this time around.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I mean, you take a look at him, but then how about Wyatt Green, man, the quarterback? They needed to rely on him on plenty of occasions. If he didn't make a couple crucial passes, I mean, who knows what could have happened, obviously. 8 of 15 passing, 52 yards, and an interception. But again, I mean, some of those pass plays were pretty crucial. Some of them on third downs.
Yeah, and again, the stat line might not look as good, but it's important to note that this was a defensive battle for most of the game, and Denair was getting to the quarterback, getting him to the ground, rushing him, roughing him up. They did a great job. But what they couldn't quite do was stop Logan Donati, the senior running back, a captain from Mariposa County. He was lights out player of the game for sure. 17 carries, 183 yards, 1 touchdown, and he even blocked that first field goal. He was a utility player through and through, and he did end the game with a little bit of an injury. But guess what? It doesn't matter. The performance still speaks for itself. Logan Donati, your player of the game.
We're down during the quarter. We came back.
What was going through your mind?
Came back the second quarter, scored, got a little hype, got the crowds going, scored again, got the momentum going. And here we are, section champs, baby. Shout out to Lane, JC, Bodie, Colton, all the corners. And yeah, shout out to offense coming back. I just want to say thank you, coaches and my team and all the fans that came out and supported today.
All right, Logan Donati, a man of few words, but hey, when you're a championship winner and you bring a blue banner to your school, you don't have to say much. He let his play speak for himself. And with that win, Mariposa County is on to the state tournament, and the season is over for Denair, but we're not quite done when it comes to the SJS because we have one more game to cover. Well, at least one more game, because Hillmar, they won their semifinal, and Escalon, they won their semifinal. So that means it's going to be a rivalry matchup for the D6 championship in Stockton, Lincoln High on Saturday, 1 p.m. It's not going to be a game you want to miss, that's for sure.
No, the first time around when they played earlier in the season,
we covered that too. Go watch that Blitz episode.
Exactly. It was a 34-21 game. These teams have a lot of history. I mean, Escalon, it's so wild, right? They haven't won since 2010, yet they went to 3 straight section title games, and then Hillmar beat them the next year right after they won. It's been a mess, man. And then they lost in 2012.
So, Hillmar beat them in 2011, which was my first year here at the Journal. I think it was like my second or third week on the job, and I had to cover that game. Hillmar won by a field goal in the closing seconds. The following year, 2012, Escalon again makes it to the section title game, loses to Central Catholic, and from there, it's been a losing streak for Escalon. They lost in 2013 in the quarterfinals to Hillmar, and then the last 2 years, 2018 and 2017, they've lost to Hillmar in the semifinals. Escalon, they're looking for some postseason revenge because Hillmar definitely has their number, but this is going to be an interesting matchup. Eddie, you were at this last semifinal game between Hillmar and Ripon Christian. What did you see from the Yellow Jackets that you expect to carry over into Saturday?
So it's back-to-back games, obviously, that I got to cover of Hillmar. It's their 3rd straight D6 section championship appearance. You know, Frank Marcus is looking for section title number 5. I did see a lot of grit from them. They played hard. They hit RC where I don't think RC was expecting. However, RC really did come out in the second half, and they continue to battle, which is something we didn't see last year in that section title game when they faced off against each other. But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure this is a different Hillmar team. They look determined. They're scary. Their passing game is dangerous. That's all I'm going to say. You don't just have 1 or 2 stud receivers, and I'm not going to name some guys just yet because we're going to see how they do against Escalon. Escalon's legit. That's a real team. That's one of the better Escalon teams we've seen in quite a while, and I think you would know
that too,
Frankie.
They have some weapons. They have Christensen.
Yeah.
They have Anderson. Yeah. And then, Hillmar, all the weapons there. And if you want to get a preview of this championship matchup, again, go back and watch our Blitz coverage from the TVL regular season. And again, this is for the D6 championship, a rematch from 2011 when Hillmar took down Escalon in the D4 bracket. We'll see what happens this time around. You don't want to miss it. You can find all that action at turlockjournal.com and on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us at Turlock Journal. So until next week, when we bring you the episode Saturday or Sunday,
when we're at Lincoln,
I'm Frankie Tovar.
And I'm Loud Eddie Ruiz.
Good night.